What's up, guys? Today we're going to be talking about how to play as Iana in 2023 Rainbow Six Siege. So today we're going to go over everything about Iana, how to play as an entry, and how to win, frag out, and play well while being Iana. Let's get to it. Let's talk about the loadout. You have the ARX or the G36C. So the G36C has a 1.5 option on the optic, and it is a laser beam with barely any recoil. So you can just keep pumping out bullets head height as you swing across the room. The ARX has a little bit more recoil, but it's pretty stable. It only has a 1x option, but this is a gun that's mostly used for close range engagements. Long range shots are going to be a little bit harder. Not super hard because the recoil is pretty easy to control. So this is a kind of a jack of all trades weapon, and it's really good up close. And this is good at all ranges, but it lacks in the stopping power of the ARX. So I prefer the G36 because I can just keep bullets coming out at a fast rate. And again, this has 30 bullets and this only has 20. So all right, you have the pistol, which is one obvious option, and then you have frag grenades or smoke grenades. Well, it should be obvious because there's only 4 operators in the pool that have frag grenades: Sledge, Iana, Glaz, and Knock. Most of the time you're not going to run Glaz, so it's really Knock, which has a tough gun to handle in long range fights. And you have Iana and Sledge. Sledge being a 3 armor now, and Iana being only the 2-2 with a decent long range gun. So Iana is going to be picked most of the time as the primary entry fragger. Let's talk about the boring thing, prep drones. So prep drones, you're always going to want to leave in the room that you're about to enter. Don't just drive your drone. Also, a lot of people do this. Don't just drive your drone into a site and have it get shot. If you know what the site is, let's say kitchen, have your drone in a position where it is going to be your primary entry point. Let's say I plan on entering through office. I have it in my primary entry point, so I can just run up to the door, and I can check, and I know it's clear. So I'm gonna want to do a silent entry here, so they don't necessarily know I'm coming in through here. So I'm gonna do a silent entry. The reason why I would do something like that is so they don't hear this noise. Lets them know very obviously that I am entering through office. I only do that if I know that the enemy might be nearby, but if it looks completely clear, silent entry, more than fine. So from this position, I'm going to drone forward.
You have located a bomb.
Let's pretend the site is actually kitchen though. Running forward, making sure this is all clear. Everything good to go. So I'm going to enter the next room, and always have your gun up towards the angle that you didn't watch as you push through. Now I have control of blue bar, and from here I'm going to drone sunrise. You always want to drone at least one angle so you don't have to watch it, so I know sunrise is clear. I don't want to drone too much because I'm not going to be too sure what's happening around me without teammates. So now I know sunrise is clear, and here I can start to push forward, isolating angle after angle as I push forward with my gun up. I'll let you do default cams. And pressuring the site. Always having your gun up. A lot of times I'll see people walk into a room like this, then ADS as they go into the room. Always have your gun up as you clear across, so you're ready for a gunfight as an enemy shows up. If you're not ready for a gunfight, I guarantee you're probably not going to win it. Let's say this side is hookah, and I'm pushing it in through sunrise to go underneath for vertical grenades. This is how I use a lot of my grenades. Most of the time is I'll push it underneath, and I'll use my drone to find intel where someone might be. Let's say I see one there. Gonna be right here. Boom. Taking one out. Protecting yourself. Finding another. Boom. Pushing over. Always keeping your gun up as you scan across to the unknown. A grenade up. Take out an enemy. So vertical grenades are going to be an extremely effective tool to take out enemies from underneath. So definitely as Iana, you're going to be wanting to do that. You could also be using the grenades to take out utilities such as shields or anything else that you might walk into. It's better to use your grenades than to die with them in your pocket, because you never know if you might be able to take a lucky frag. Now let's go through some Iana clips on how to play as Iana. So always keep your gun up with intel. Boom, we take one out. I throw a grenade to mask the audio of my swinging. I will do this a lot because they're not going to hear. That shell shock is mask the audio completely. They're not going to be able to tell that I swung it all the way. I pressure in and take one out who has completely no idea that I'm even inside of Astro just yet. And after you do with the first one, as I turn a corner, always have your gun up as you turn the corner. You're not going to be slow with your gun up, so as you get to the corner, pull your gun up and keep it up if you're out in the open. Take out another one, and that's already 3 kills in the round. My team is starting to pressure in, so I know that there's another one in the red hallway. I'm in my gun up as I swing over. That one's still top red. My teammate did push in a little bit, so I'm going to pressure out a little bit because if he walks into that stat door, I know that my teammate is going to cover it. So I'm always going to swing into the angle, because especially as an entry, I'm going to swing into the angle that I know is the most exposed, because if I die, honestly, the round isn't over. That's the one biggest thing about entries, is that if you die, the round isn't over. So you can go for the more risky plays that might potentially win you the round. It's not about baiting and getting frags. It's about making game-winning plays that win the round. We're going to let this round play out, and I'm going to show you guys how to IGL while playing as Iana and covering your teammates for a plant and post-plant situation here. So we're going to let it play out, and then we're going to talk about it afterwards. If you can come in and go for a plant, I can deal with them, gun, but you have to go in for a plant.
Just hold on, let's wait this smoke and I'll do that, okay?
There's ADSs on.
Yeah.
You can't just
No, I got the ADSs on the piano shield.
Okay, get ready. Execute.
I'm holding the cross. I'm not jumping in. I'm holding the cross.
I'm planning. Hold.
I'm always exposing myself while my teammate is going in for the plant, because if I die, then he knows that he can get off. And I'm exposing myself to make sure that he is safe while the plant goes down. If I die, the round's not over.
The piano door. Smoke dead. It's Doc. Jaeger tag back piano.
Always go into the angle that's not being watched and playing aggressively on it, because I know my teammates are in danger.
Doc dead. Last guy back piano last week.
Taking him out. Thank you, gun. This round had a lot of teamwork that you don't normally see in normal ranks in Rainbow Six Siege, but when you find teammates to play with and squad up with, you're going to be able to make plays like this happen. So you see that everyone has a position of what they're doing. Ace goes in for a plant while I cover. One is watching the piano window swing, so the planter can't get swung from the piano window. I am playing over the planter, so anyone that's going to engage him, they have to engage with me first, and one's going to cover the double door for another piano swing angle. Everyone's in a good position here while we cover the planter. And as Iana, I'm putting myself in probably the most dangerous position. Anytime I'm playing as Iana, I am putting myself in danger for my teammates and to try to make a game-winning play to come out on top. How to maximize your utility with Iana? So I know that there's a shield there, and if you look at my teammates, there's only really one operator other than Iana, Ash, who's going to be able to destroy that. So I push in to destroy the shield. I get shot from the side. I take note of that as I push in, making sure that I take that shield out so we were able to push out the round. And then I swing back, always having my gun up, ready for the firefight. We take him out. Now I know that shield is gone. It's going to be a lot easier to entry into workshop. I'm going to join it out again just to resituate myself, see what's going on in that workshop area. When it's on the hop up, so when I see that position, I know that he's either going to be left of that hop up or it's going to hop over, and I'm going to hear the audio as I push in. I push in with a grenade to grenade off one side of that, so I only have to check the other side. I saw that he walked really far away, so I huck a grenade at him as I push in, masking my audio of the entry completely. He has no idea, still aiming at the door, that I'm all the way inside already. And we take out the next guy, who's completely unaware because his teammate didn't really give him any time to react to it. There's another round as Iana just playing aggressive. Taking one out because the teammate just went down, and now the wall is getting opened here for the kitchen site. I'm going to pressure up the short because I know that we obviously just can't just go for a plant because there's still quite a few enemies left. I'm trying to find more people that I can potentially take out. One's in the half wall. I take him out. Do I? Because I can't see shit. I'm drunk as fuck. Having my gun up, waiting for my teammate to start pushing in. So I'm going to start the cascade because my teammate does have the diffuser. I'm going to push in so my teammate can also push in and go for a plant. So now it's starting to go for a plant behind me. I take out another one. Put myself in a really exposed angle so I know that everyone behind me is going to be safe. And we do hear one above. So we all just turn around and take them out. These Iana plays literally work at any elo. Here we're playing against pros as well as the best champions of the world. I grenade the walls to make a rotate. I don't want to go through the door. We catch the vigil off guard who's aiming at the door. We jump in, pressuring in aggressively because the enemies aren't going to be ready for me to be that far established in. We take out another one before they're fully ready. Now it's a 4v2. I'm just going to hold my ground and keep my gun up. So remember how I saw that little wall open over there? Right there, boom. So someone's probably going to stick their head in that soon. So instead of peeking wide like I just did, I'm just going to shoot through the wall. Take him out. Here's another position I like to play on Oregon. We're playing against the same guys. So I play on the window, take one out. This is a really exposed angle, so you have to be very cautious of like when people do that little quick peek on you, because they are going to come back around the corner and pre-fire you. So when you see someone do that, you need to change positions at least slightly or you're going to get your head ripped off. So I start to go up as I pre-fire up. And now I'm upside down. We take out another one, taking out 3 on the window. Now we're starting to pressure in. I throw a grenade to mask the repel audio. I swing inside. They're not fully aware that I'm inside from the window. I'm at the default plant. We take out the doc who has no idea that I'm that far in. And we start to pressure forward. Taking out another one. Alright guys, that is it today on how to play as Iana. Biggest takeaway is look for an opening and push through it. Knowing that you are an expendable op, that the round isn't over when you go down. Find an opening, use your grenades, keep your gun up, and have your teammates play off of you, and you're going to win a lot of matches in Rainbow Six Siege. Don't just focus on your kill death, because I guarantee you, you're going to lose more often as your KD goes up. Baiting is only going to help you so much, so bait for a little bit, and then push in. Don't just stay outside. If you're in entry, like Iana, and you're the last one alive, you are probably playing incorrectly. So get active. Alright guys, that's it for today. Make sure to subscribe, drop a comment, and leave a like below for more. Until next time.